Welcome back to another video. My name is Brian Nesline. I am an intuitive, psychic, clairvoyant, spiritual card reader. This is a set of oracle cards. It's called the Osho deck. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a card. Well, I'm going to pick some cards for you. And I'm going to read them to you. Now, what does that mean? Very simply, I'm going to look at the images. I'm going to look at the words that are on these cards. And while I'm looking at them, I'm going to get information that's spiritually channeled into my consciousness, into my inner awareness space, into my spirit. And that spiritually channeled information is going to be a reflection of what we see on the card and of this moment in time while you're watching the video. The world of the spirit is different than the physical world. It doesn't operate under the same limitations. So the message that comes through here is for you at this time. All sorts of things have had to happen for you to be watching this and hearing this. And when you do, just relax. Just accept that this information is for you. That's all. It doesn't mean you should listen exactly to what's being said and take it as a law or as a religion or as the end-all and be-all. No. Instead, do what I'm doing, which is I'm going to look at the cards and I'm going to connect with my spiritual connection of God, Source, Universe. And there's going to be an relationship, an activity, an activation that happens, and the information that's delivered is going to be new. It's not from the cards, and it's not just from me. It is a combination of the two that the spiritual dimension provides. And for you, it's the same thing. You have a set of a spirit up here that you're watching this reading from. You're going to have an inner activity between the reading and yourself. And that's what makes it personal to you in this moment. So let's go ahead and get started. The first card in this reading is called the Fool. Why? The Fool is a leap of faith. All the times we've ever leaped on faith for love, for business, trying to get that job. Oh, I hope they hire me. The leap of faith, the fool. Why is it called a fool? We usually think a fool is someone who is silly or like jokey or just dumb. But it doesn't mean that at all. Forget about our old ideas. Remember, the reading isn't about what it literally looks like all the time. It's a combination between you and the reading that's being presented here. The fool is whenever we take that risk, whenever we take that leap of faith, whenever we're trying to get further in our life and we don't know how it's going to turn out. That's why he's going off the cliff to go for the flower. So we want to make sure that we are embodying the fool from time to time. That means we're being courageous. That means we're open to new opportunities. We see them. That means that we're willing to get our foot off of what we know and move it into something that we don't yet know in hopes that it will appear. And it is the very leap of faith that the Fool demonstrates for us that allows all of the new vistas to be born into our life. Oh, check it out. Another thing that's important about the Fool is that this is how we fool the world around us. Yeah, when we take that leap of faith, we fool the people around us who think that we can't change or that things aren't possible. Oh yeah, that's why. Shh, we want to make sure that when we take our leaps, we hold that idea in our heart mind and we don't let anybody else rip it apart or tell us it's garbage, because you are the center of the seed of that new world that you are expanding by taking the leap of faith. And really it is like a trick on the world. Not a bad trick, but we're fooling them because they think reality is going to stay the way it is. We're going to show them that with imagination and action, anything is possible. Shh, be a fool every once in a while. Sometimes the only way through is by taking a little risk, a leap of faith to expand our world, to get into a place where we never could go with what we already know. Just like I'm telling you in this reading. If we just stay stuck with our own information that we've always known, our own definitions of everything, then we never experience anything new. We just keep repeating the past in the present. Over and over, we bring the past back up and live that way. But not today. You have the opportunity to take that leap of faith on the situation you're involved in. Think about this. Think about how taking that risk, those small calculated risks on your hopes, think about how you can use that faith in your relationships, in your finances, in the important areas of your life, the things that matter most to you. Let's take another card. So here we are, fully equipped to be able to live our life, because we are a spiritual being and a human being combined. So we have a place in the world that we can walk around on our faith-filled risks to be able to bring new horizons into play in our personal life. Now look, the exhaustion card comes up. Why? Because that's what we're like in the world. Day-to-day, black and white world of up and down, annoyances, bills, people asking us to do this and that, pressures, demands, blah. All the little worldly things, it's all cluttery like this. And it leaves us exhausted. Who wants that? Well, we know that this is just part of what it's like to be alive. And we can deal with that as long as we know we are also that other spiritual being. The thing that's outside of the world, represented by the alien. See it? Eye, mouth. What? The alien is the part of us called the spirit, the consciousness, our other identity. The one we don't talk about a lot. The one they don't tell us in school when we were growing up. Hey, you are a self and a spirit combined. Ooh, no. What did they tell us? Maybe they said, hey, stop going into your imagination and daydreaming. What? Come back and do your homework. Be logical. Don't be daydreaming and imaginative out there. What? Well, now that we're all grown up, we know that we're having our second birth, meaning we're being born a second time, born in spirit, born as that spiritual consciousness, recognizing our identity as that awareness, so that we're not just exhausted in the world from day-to-day life, of growing and changing in the whirlwind of all the demands and all of the how am I going to get this and all the fears and all the whatevers. We're going to cast that off or balance that out a bit by knowing we are this spiritual being having that human experience. That's going to help solve a lot of that exhaustion problem, and it's going to give us a lot of that courage to take the leap off onto our new things that we're hoping for. Wow. And look, isn't life exhausting when we just sit and do the same things all the time? Aren't we getting sick and tired of things not changing? Oh yeah. That's why we want to make sure that we go up into that alien space and that we're able to go ahead and get with our good ideas, our new possibilities, and then we'll take actions in the world, and we'll watch them come to pass. Shh. Now, you know how it is. You're a spiritual being having a human experience. You know that in the world it's exhausting. You know that there's seasons for that. Sometimes we're well rested. Other times we have a lot of tiredness, and that's just a cycle that happens. But we know above all of that, we are that spiritual being, and we are going to be able to build these bigger connections. See, there's the spiritual being, that white body right there. It is building these huge, huge connections to the places that we could never get to. We could never get to unless we were going to take that risky leap. See, you become the bridge when you do that, when you take that risk. I mean, isn't it better to have loved and lost than never loved at all? Isn't it better to have taken the risk for the gain of that new terrain than just stay stuck here inside this pit of nothing's changing in my life at all? This is a reading that's really here to remind us that we do change and grow when we are willing to take those risks in life. Let's pull one more card to see where this is going. And remember, if you're not sure that you are a spiritual being having a human experience, then watch some of my other videos on my YouTube channel. Look for the ones called Shift Your Identity or Identity Repositioning or Simple, easy spiritual awakening. These videos are going to make it simple and easy for you to recognize that you are a spirit having a human experience. Now, as that spiritual being, you're going to come into your own experience of the light, where you're going to have this wealth of flowers, this wealth of ideas, and wealth of meaningful expressions to put into the world, to flow into the world. That's represented by the red flowing here. That's your material world expanding out, new things coming in. That circle back here with the yellow around it and the red, that represents the source, God, source, universe. It's saying the big light has your little light. Yeah, the big light has your little light's back. Universe has your back. And it's providing you with all of the good things you hope for. Those are what you can share into the world. The other thing here is share your food. It's showing you sharing spiritual food, meaning that as you take your risks, tell those stories to the people around you. Share what you've learned with them so that they can be nourished by what your hard-won your hard-won leaps of faiths have brought you into those new realms, into those new worlds like that. Shh, you're the most important person in existence. Everything emanates through you. All that God could ever and would ever do, all the universe or the creator could ever do, has to do it through you. That's how special and important you are. You're the queen of existence in the reality called your personal life. Way to go, champion. Enjoy all that sharing of the goody good stuff. Yeah. We'll pull one more card. We'll do a little bit of energy clearing in this reading. What is energy clearing? Well, energy clearing is the idea that words are understandable by your mental capacity, your intellect, but emotions are understandable as waves of light, sounds of things, words don't matter. If you have a little melody to sing, oh, the blue Messiah's here in town, what's it want to say? You're nothing but a star that's fallen down to the world. Not really fallen, but you have been descending down, coming back down from your place, your home in heaven, your home in the white light. You're all right. You were born all right. You will die all right. You've always been all right. There's nothing wrong. You're coming into the world like an alien being. You can see it right here. You are embodying inside of a person's personal life called you. This is the true selfie of who you are. The energy waves, the energy rolls. It always is there for you to just give you that comforting wash of the light, of the comforting joy of knowing you are from another place. Jesus said it. He's like, yo, my kingdom, it's from another world. This is who we really are. And if you're willing to accept that you are the blue Messiah, meaning what? Meaning the blue root chakra, the words from your third eye and the words from your mouth that go out into the world. You are the word maker, the word bringer that the light can ride into the world on. So, when you are communicating with other people, know that you are that white light. This clears all of your energy up just by wiping off the words. Yeah, do a little humming, do a little song, do a little whatever you want. Do a little running, do a little walking, ride a bike, who cares? Move around, get with the flow of the frequency sound. Healing, clearing through sound. And that's all it really is. It doesn't have to make sense. It can be a little bit of nonsense. And before we end this little reading, let's leave you with something to think about. This is what's coming next, my friends. The laziness card says, relaxation never does end. When you know you are that spiritual being sitting up against the crystal white rocks where all the rainbow of colors flow down into the black and white world of your day-to-day life. You can relax while you're living so that you can live more carefree and more fluidly. Thanks for being a part of this channel. Thanks for being a part of these daily readings. Subscribe to the channel. Share a video of your choice on your own page. Let somebody know why you're sharing it. Watch it. Put some comments. Let them know what it is all about and why you want to share it with them. Find ways to spread the light. If you use my channel to do that, that's great for us. If not, find another way. It's all good. I appreciate that you're here. I'll see you tomorrow.